For quite a number of years, I have had confusion on my exact reality. Um, um, so, Terry, me, there's just something not right about my reality, and I don't have any. Maybe one day he came up with the conception, hey, what if I'm like in a bubble and there's cameras? And he had this conception that explained his reality. What I need is some concept of what my reality is. You know what I mean? For Terry, I have zero conception of what my reality is. I don't know. The simplest thing is I'm a person who's on disability, and I drive around in my car, and I buy food, and I sleep in a campground, and once in a while I talk to a person in a store. I ask them for, I make a purchase of soda or something, buy some cigarettes. But then it starts getting strange. Why does the radio seem to talk to me? Like when I say stuff here in the when I talk to myself, the radio seems to respond. Now, perhaps I have to explain that when it responds, it's sort of like a sort of a code. What do I mean by that? When they say one thing, I interpret it as though they're speaking in code, speaking something else, and that something else is a response to what I just said. So, that's kind of the simplest thing. And then you start getting like the YouTube videos are popping up based on what I say here, like in the YouTube feed box, okay? And, the internet sites I go to are supposed to be somewhat comprehensive, and yet they look like a very, very tiny world. And when I walk the streets, I get a very vague sense that I'm not just some stranger, I get a very vague sense that I'm somebody that they're interacting with, like for example, a reality TV star or something. I get a vague sense, maybe that's what I am. Maybe I'm imagining it. So basically, it goes on and on and on. My whole reality is very confusing. I'm really, I don't really have a choice. Sometimes I think that as you mature, you just, they speak of heaven as a cloud. If you can imagine walking around on some crazy, like you look down and like it's fog, but somehow you're walking around. Maybe that's reasonable. I don't know. It's pretty weird. So there's always the desire to make it real, But after 20 years, it doesn't seem to get real, and the whole time there's been a verge of making it big. For the past 20 years, I've been like, oh, great. Now they're finally understanding that I have a space alien. The whole world will know. So, yeah, I'm really, let's just say I'm walking in the air, and somehow I'm floating in them way up in the air, and I have no idea what's under me. I mean, just imagine you're just like walking around up in like the sky or some crazy shit. You say, why am I walking around in the sky?